Good evening, saints of God. I'm coming again tonight to bring you a brief word from the Lord, just some food for thought. This is what I always try to do. When God gives me something, I try to bring it to you as something that will help carry you through your week and maybe help you understand why certain things are happening the way they're happening. God has begun to speak to me more about challenges. I know we've talked about challenges a lot these last days, but this is where he has me. And I'm realizing that we have to understand how to handle a challenge. And as with everything has challenges attached to it. We have to learn how to respect challenges because challenges unlock our potential. And all the potential that God put in us means that we're going to have challenges. The word that he gave me for you to leave with you this evening comes from 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12 and 13. But we're going to look at that first part of verse 12 that starts out saying, "Think it not strange concerning the fiery trials which are to try you." I heard God say those words, and I tried to figure out what it was God was saying. I know that we've studied in the past where he said, "Count it all joy." That's James chapter 1. But he gave me this one, and he said, "Think it not strange." And the word strange kept standing out in my mind. So I looked up the word strange in the original Hebrew and translated, oddly and interestingly enough, the word strange means to injure or something used to injure. I know we think of something strange as being an oddity, something that's out of the norm, but when you look at it in the original language, in the original Hebrew, the translation is something sent to injure or something that will injure. And what God began to let me understand in this verse is what he's telling us is this: those things that I'm allowing to challenge you, stop looking at it as something I'm sending to hurt you. I'm not hurting you. I love you too much to hurt you, but I need you strong. I need you complete. I need you in a position where you can handle the successes of what I'm about to give you. And so therefore, I'm sending the challenges into your life, not to injure you, but to build you up, to edify you. And this is the thought I want to leave with you as you go through your week. We have to learn how to embrace a challenge. What would it be like? I know we, especially as anybody in life, not just preachers, but anybody in life, if you listen to music, if you listen to sermons, even if you listen to something everyday life that is about advice, they talk about challenges, or they talk about hardships, or they talk about temptations and trials as though they are the worst thing that can happen. We talk about them as though, oh my God, this is something that is so hard to face. We sing songs to encourage ourselves. Oh, but a change is going to come. And all of these things are true in their place. But what if we took a different perspective? Suppose we look at our challenge as a way to move forward. Suppose we look at our challenges from the perspective as a way to attain and a way to conquer something. Wouldn't that make our challenges more of a tool to help us move forward? This is what God wants us to start doing. Stop whining and crying and going to him with the why me? Why do I have to go through this? Why do I have to face this? The answer to that question is because you're great, because you're mighty, because you've been created with everything in you to conquer what you are facing. You are smart enough. You have the goods to do it. Not only can you conquer it, you can teach other people how to conquer these trials and tribulations. So stop thinking of it as strange. Stop thinking of it as something that's going to hinder. Stop thinking of it as something that is designed to stop you. Stop thinking of it as something demonic. This is God building you up. This is God saying, look at how wonderful you You just need a different perspective. Let your perspective from now on, when it comes to your trials, let your perspective now on be, this is something to build me up. The things that you're getting ready to face, even on your job, in your school, even at your church, let it be something that you use to build you up. Don't whine anymore. Don't cry anymore. Use these things as tools. Use these things as a way to get up. Use it as a footstool. Use it as what you need to pull down a stronghold. That's good right there, because he said he would give it to the pulling down of strongholds. Use it as a way to pull down a stronghold. Don't look at it as something the devil is doing, because if you're looking at something that the devil is doing, you'll abandon it. Look at it as something that God is using to make you stronger, something God is using to open up your understanding, something God is using to educate you. Go forth this week, my brothers and my sisters. Respect those challenges. Show the world what you are made of, what God has made you, and prove the will of God in your life. God bless you. We'll see you next week.